GOP debate wrapped up tonight. 4 candidates duked it out for 2 hours in hopes of trying to cut into former President Donald Trump's lead.
Yeah, it was a spirited event tonight. Wing News anchor Chris Safadi is in Tuscaloosa with the latest on how it all played out. Chris?
Russ, one of the big questions we were hoping to answer after this is, are they going to spend more time tonight going after each other, or are they going to spend a lot of time going after Donald Trump? Well, they did a little bit of both, of course. Chris Christie probably most notably going after Donald Trump. But Governor DeSantis got into it with Chris Christie at one point over Donald Trump. Here's that.
You seem to be saying Donald Trump is no longer mentally fit to be president. Is that what you think?
Look, he is showing Father Time is undefeated. The idea that we're going to put someone up there that's almost 80 and there's going to be no effects from that, we all know that that's not true. I will go in and wreak havoc on this bureaucracy. You will see people fired, and we are going to bring a reckoning for how this government handled COVID-19.
The question was very direct. Is he fit to be president or isn't he? The rest of the speech is interesting, but completely non-responsive.
You have your thing.
Is he fit or isn't he? No, I don't have my thing.
We don't.
He's the thing. Is he fit or isn't he?
Do
You're talking about him being 80 years old.
It doesn't mean that somebody couldn't get elected. That's up to the people that
Governor DeSantis, let him finish. Governor DeSantis, let him finish.
Ron,
I think we have an opportunity to do somebody who is in the prime of their life.
Governor DeSantis really kind of catching fire in my eyes in that second hour of the debate, really coming out on the attack on several different issues, including who should use different bathrooms. Should transgender people be able to use bathrooms for men or women depending on their assigned the gender they are now or the gender they were born? Really got heated at one point. In this case, he got heated with Nikki Haley. Here's that.
The idea that you would say that I was against
that. You didn't. You killed it. I signed it. I stood up for little girls. You didn't do it. And there was this going on. I was actually just in South Carolina. Some of the legislators told me at the time there were boys going into the girls. That's the whole reason why they did it.
No.
And so they say when she does that explanation that doesn't hold water. And this is the upstate of South Carolina.
Ron,
I signed the bill. I protected the girls.
Do you know South Carolinians?
She did not do it.
Do you know South Carolinians? Because South Carolinians... No. You are not going to talk about my state like that, because I will tell you for a fact, South Carolinians never allowed that to happen, and we did not have that issue at the time.
A lot of other issues debated tonight, including, for example, the federal budget deficit and who's responsible. The governor flat out saying that responsibility belongs to both parties. So how did they do? How did the campaigns feel about it? How did the candidates feel about it? Let's go to Wink News reporter Claire Galt for that. Claire.
Chris, the DeSantis campaign flooded the spin room moments after the debate, proclaiming victory. Now, Nikki Haley's surrogates said their target on the Florida governor. But only one candidate, Chris Christie, came in here and talked to anyone who could squeeze their way in. Take a listen.
This is a point in a contest where people have to start making contrasts, starting to paint their policy differences, their political differences, and their experience differences. And we've done that to a degree up until this point. But tonight, as Iowans in particular start to crystallize and form their opinions, and we move down this final 40 days there, it's important to paint those contrasts.
Governor DeSantis has done a lot of groundwork in Iowa. How can Ambassador Haley surpass him in Iowa and win Iowa?
Well, she's either tied or ahead right now. Ron DeSantis has burned through $100 million. Ron DeSantis has not seen a return on his investment. The reason he is aggressive tonight, what else is he going to do? The other things haven't worked. The staff shakeups, the money spent. Nikki has been on a steady rise.
We knew less about Donald Trump back then than we know today, and everything we've learned about him in the last 7 years makes him less qualified, less fit, and less electable.
I think it's fair to say that all 4 candidates on that stage do hope that the former president is indeed less electable. The polls certainly do not say that, but I guess that we will all find out when the Iowa caucuses take place on January 15th. Live in the spin room in Tuscaloosa, Claire Galt, Wink News.